Hello there, my friends. My name is Pradip, and if you're of a certain age, if you've lived a few decades, you absolutely need to hear what I'm about to tell you. Because what I learned after building a $200 million empire, after having the corner office, the private jet, the beach house, the kind of success everyone else envied, it's a lesson I should have understood 40 years ago. And if you're watching, you have the chance to learn it today, before it's too late to mend the most important things in your life. I was a success story in the business world, celebrated in magazines, sought out by young entrepreneurs for my secrets. But trust me, nobody knew the real secret, the heartbreaking truth. While I was building that towering empire, I was unknowingly tearing down the very foundations of what truly matters in life. By the time my eyes were finally opened, by the time the full weight of my choices pressed upon me, it was agonizingly, irrevocably too late to fix most of it. At 76, with my company long sold and its wealth still intact, I find myself wishing I could trade every single penny to undo the past. I implore you, no matter your age, if you're caught in that relentless grind, telling yourself, just a few more years, then I'll slow down, please listen to my story. I was you, convinced of my path, but tragically mistaken about nearly everything that truly counted. My journey back to this truth begins in 1978, when I was a driven 30-year-old, freshly married to my dear Sarah, just launching my own ambitious business. Everyone around me thought I was out of my mind to pursue such a demanding venture, but I was fiercely determined to prove them wrong. Those initial 5 years were nothing short of brutal. I worked 80, sometimes 90-hour weeks, routinely missing precious family dinners, celebrating birthdays from afar, and forgetting anniversaries. Yet, I rationalized it all by telling myself Sarah understood, that she supported our shared vision, and she'd often echo, "It's okay, we're building our future." I believed her truly, utterly believing that once we made it, once we reached that elusive pinnacle of success, everything would magically fall into place and we'd finally have the time we craved. That insidious lie became my constant companion, a comforting whisper I told myself for over 2 decades. The stark reality of my misplaced priorities began to manifest when our beautiful daughter, Emma, was born in 1983. I distinctly remember being stuck in a critical board meeting as Sarah went into labor, arriving at the hospital only after her birth. I promised myself then that I'd be present for all the truly important moments that followed, a promise I failed to keep repeatedly. I missed her first wobbly steps, the nervousness and excitement of her first day of school, countless exuberant soccer games, and even her high school graduation ceremony. One memory in particular continues to haunt me. Emma, barely 7 years old, came bursting into my office, her small hands clutching a vibrant drawing of our family, her face alight with excitement to share it. But I was engrossed in a conference call, so I held up one finger, silently gesturing, "Just a minute," as if my work could somehow be more important than her beaming joy. She stood there patiently for perhaps 30 long seconds, her eagerness slowly fading before she quietly turned and walked away. Years later, I stumbled upon that very drawing, tucked away and etched at the bottom in her childish script were the words, "I love you, Daddy, even though you're always busy." She was just 7. The poignancy of those words, discovered long after the moment had passed, crushed me. By then, it was too late to fix that hurt, too late to reclaim that lost connection. By 1995, after years of relentless toil, we had undeniably made it. Our company swelled to a valuation of $50 million, allowing us to move into an opulent mansion and finally take our first proper vacation in 12 years, a lavish trip to Hawaii. I truly thought, see, it was all worth it. Yet, beneath the veneer of financial success, something fundamental had profoundly shifted in my family. Sarah, tired of waiting, had carved out a fulfilling life that no longer revolved around me. She found camaraderie in her friends, purpose in her charity work, and had grown remarkably independent. Our daughter Emma, then a cautious 13, barely spoke to me. Our conversations reduced to brief, functional exchanges. I had become astonishingly a stranger in my own home, a visitor in the lives of the people who should have mattered most. I foolishly dismissed it as just a phase, clinging to the hope that once Emma went off to college, we'd miraculously reconnect, and that elusive then I kept postponing would finally arrive. In 2001, Emma left for Stanford, a source of immense pride for me, but during her tearful farewell, she clung to Sarah for a full 5 minutes, while my embrace received only a fleeting 5-second hug, mechanical, obligatory, devoid of genuine warmth. That very same year, Sarah asked for a divorce. After 23 years of marriage, she was utterly done waiting. She pointed out that she had navigated our marriage largely alone for 2 decades, noting with irrefutable truth that I had been truly married to my company, not to her. I had no defense. She was absolutely right. Following the devastating divorce, rather than reassess, I buried myself even deeper into my work, if that were even possible. The company's value surged to an incredible $200 million, and I found myself on the cover of Forbes, lauded as a titan of industry. When people inquired about my secret to success, I never divulged the uncomfortable truth. I achieved it by systematically sacrificing absolutely everything that actually mattered in my life. Then, in 2009, at 61 years old, my body issued a brutal, undeniable warning. I suffered a heart attack. I was predictably in my office working late, just as always when a sharp pain seized my chest. There was nobody for me to call in that moment of crisis. Sarah had remarried, and Emma was living her own life in New York. I drove myself alone to the hospital, where my assistant only discovered my absence the following day when I failed to show up for a meeting. Lying in that sterile hospital bed, tethered to beeping machines, I was seized by an agonizing moment of crystal clear clarity. What was this all for? What was the point of building such a massive enterprise? Was it for Sarah? No, she was gone. Was it for Emma? No, she had long since learned to thrive without me. Was it truly for myself, for my ego, or was it for some phantom finish line that perpetually receded, always just beyond my grasp? In 2012, I finally sold the company, securing an enormous payout, only to be left grappling with the daunting question of what my life, at 64 years old, was even supposed to look like. I had more money than I could ever possibly spend, yet absolutely nobody to share it with. Desperate, I tried to bridge the chasm with Emma, calling her every week, flying out to New York, making belated attempts to insert myself into her life. But here's the harsh, undeniable truth about time. You simply cannot make it up. You can't rewind the clock to attend those missed soccer games, to experience those vanished moments. Once that time is gone, it is irretrievably forever gone. Emma and I are civil now. We occasionally share a polite lunch, exchange phone calls, but we lack the profound organic connection that most fathers and daughters share. There are no shared inside jokes that span decades, no deeply cherished memories woven into the fabric of our relationship. We are cordial, pleasant, but heartbreakingly, we are not close, and I bear the full agonizing burden of that truth. 3 years ago, Emma married, and I had the solemn honor of walking her down the aisle, a moment I cherished even as my heart ached. Yet, when she delivered her heartfelt speech at the reception, her gratitude flowed entirely toward her mother, Sarah. She spoke beautifully about how Sarah had been perpetually present for everything, how Sarah had instilled in her the strength she now possessed, and how Sarah had lovingly demonstrated what it truly meant to be a good person. Her mention of me was brief, a polite thank you for coming, as if I were merely a guest at her wedding, an acquaintance rather than her father. That night, alone in my hotel room, Decades of emotional stoicism crumbled, and I cried for the first time in memory, an outpouring of profound, crushing regret. I realized with terrifying clarity that I had missed it all, every single moment that genuinely mattered, every milestone of her childhood. I had been so utterly consumed by building an empire I mistakenly believed was important that I had missed the irreplaceable experience of watching my daughter grow up, missed the immense privilege of being an integral, present part of her life. Now, I am merely an elderly man she tolerates, a familial obligation, rather than someone she actively desires in her world. It took me 60 agonizing years to finally grasp this foundational truth, one I pray you understand far sooner. Genuine success means absolutely nothing if you find yourself utterly alone. Money holds no value if there's no one you love to share it with. Your grandest achievements are rendered hollow if the people who matter most to you simply don't care. When I look around today, I see countless young men tragically repeating the exact same errors I made. I see them grinding away, clocking 70, 80-hour weeks, missing crucial dinners with their children because just one more report needs to be finished. I witness them consistently prioritizing their burgeoning careers over the sanctity of their marriages, always postponing true connection, and every single one of them echoes the precise, seductive lie I once told myself: just a few more years, once I make partner, once I hit this revenue number, once I achieve this particular goal, then I'll finally focus on my family. But the harrowing truth is, then never truly arrives. There's always another enticing goal, another demanding promotion, another lucrative deal beckoning from the horizon. That illusory finish line continuously shifts further away, perpetually out of reach. And while you're relentlessly chasing it, oblivious to the real clock ticking, your children are growing up, their formative years fleeting like wisps of smoke. Your marriage, once a beacon of love and partnership, slowly, agonizingly falls apart. And one day, you wake up suddenly an old man with a bank account overflowing with money, yet a heart heavy and full to bursting with an ocean of irreversible regrets. If I could somehow travel back in time and impart wisdom to my eager, driven 30-year-old self, this is what I would desperately whisper into his ear. Your company, David, will survive if you bravely choose to leave the office at 5 o'clock. That meeting, however urgent it seems, can patiently wait until Monday morning. That email, however pressing, can absolutely be answered tomorrow. But your daughter's precious childhood, that will not wait for you. Her crucial soccer game is happening today. Her enchanting school play is tonight. And once those unique, unrepeatable moments pass, my friend, they are irretrievably forever gone. Work will always be there, a bottomless well of another deal, another project, another crisis that feels like the absolute end of the world. But your kids won't always be kids, innocent and eager for your attention. Your devoted spouse won't always wait patiently on the sidelines. Your loving parents won't always be here to share their wisdom. The people you cherish most in this life, they are living on a silent, inexorable timer, and you or I have absolutely no idea when that timer will run out. I possess more money than I could ever possibly need in this lifetime. I have vast investments, numerous properties, and a retirement fund robust enough to sustain 10 people comfortably. Yet, with every fiber of my being, I would trade every single penny of it, all of it, for just one more day with Emma when she was 7, full of wonder and unblemished love. For one more tranquil evening with Sarah before I unwittingly pushed her away with my relentless pursuit of hollow ambition. For the chance to simply show up and be truly present instead of perpetually existing somewhere else, always lost in the next business venture. Here's a bitter irony I've learned. Virtually nobody at my old company even remembers me. After I sold it, new management swept in, and within a mere 2 years, it was as if I had never even existed there. All those crucial deals I toiled over, those sleepless nights I invested, nobody cares about them anymore. The monumental achievements I once considered so vital, they're now mere footnotes in dusty old business journals that no one ever bothers to read. But Emma remembers. She vividly remembers every single time I wasn't there for her. Every missed birthday, every broken promise that chipped away at her trust, every single instance where I unmistakably chose work over her. Those indelible memories are permanent fixtures in her mind. They shape the very essence of who she became, defining the fragile boundaries of our relationship. And I, with all my wealth and success, am utterly powerless to undo any of it. I am 76 years old now, residing alone in a quiet condo by the serene beach. I possess more time than I often know what to do with, filling my days with reading, occasional travel, and volunteering. But mostly, my thoughts drift back to what could have been, replaying endless scenarios of the life I might have had if I had only understood sooner that true success isn't quantified in towering stacks of dollars, impressive business deals, or the sprawling square footage of a mansion. Real, profound success, my friends, is measured only in the enduring strength of your relationships, in your consistent, heartfelt presence, and in the deep, unconditional love you nurture and share. So, if you're watching this video, perhaps working late, once again tonight, I implore you, stop. Seriously, I need you to close your laptop, put down your phone, and go home. Go be with your family. Sit down for dinner with your children, truly present and engaged. Watch that silly show with your spouse, laugh with them, share their company. Just be there. Be present fully and wholeheartedly, because I promise you, with the unwavering certainty of my lived experience, 20 years from now, you will not recall a single detail of what that urgent report said, but you will, with painful clarity or joyful nostalgia, remember whether you were truly there for the moments that truly mattered. And if a little voice inside you is whispering, "But I'm different. My unique situation is distinct. I'm building something monumentally important," please heed my warning. I thought that very same thing. Every single man who plunges headfirst into this catastrophic mistake genuinely believes he is unique, that his circumstances are an exception. But we are not. We are, at our core, all the same. We all mistakenly believe we have far more time than is actually allotted to us. We all falsely assume that our family will patiently wait for us indefinitely. We all convince ourselves that we can somehow make it up later, that lost time can be recovered. You simply cannot make it up. I learned this devastating lesson a grueling 40 years too late. I beg you, learn it now. Go home, be present, deliberately choose your family every single day, because I assure you, at the very end of your life's journey, absolutely nobody will care about your career accomplishments, your executive titles, or your impressive financial figures. But the people you love, your spouse, your children, your dearest friends, they will profoundly care whether you were genuinely there for them. And if you're not careful, if you don't shift your priorities with urgency and conviction, you will regrettably, tragically, end up exactly like me. Rich, successful, accomplished in the eyes of the world, and yet, in the most profound sense, utterly and completely alone. If hearing my story makes you feel a knot of discomfort in your stomach, good. It absolutely should. And if it stirs within you a potent desire to change something in your life, even better. Don't dare wait. Don't tell yourself you'll address it tomorrow or next year or when things slow down. Do it today. Do it now. Because time, my friends, is utterly indifferent to your plans, your ambitions, or your perceived busyness. Time simply keeps moving relentlessly forward, and